guys working on 3 or 4 different cars, 5 cars, whatever. Does that benefit you as a driver working with Steve on different types of race cars?
Oh, awesome. I mean, he just the talent. Like when we're doing stuff, I'm always asking why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? I just got to suck in all the knowledge I can so I'll understand how it works.
Well, and Steve's a heck of a fabricator, and he's been around race cars a long time. He knows how to make these things work.
And that's way cool that Steve will share that knowledge, too, because there's some people out there in the sport that they just...
Everything's a secret.
If you don't earn it, you don't learn it,
Exactly.
Well, and you're right.
It's cool to have somebody share that knowledge with you, and you still learn through trial and error what it actually does.
You talk to Steve, and Steve will tell you there's nothing to hide over there.
Right.
Steve, I mean, if he's got knowledge to help a guy go fast, great, he'll help him go fast. He's not worried about what you know.
Right.
Can you beat him on the track? You can know everything there is to know about race cars. If you can't drive it, it doesn't matter.
Wait, hang on. Did you just say yes? You can beat Steve Moore on the track?
No, I did not say that.
Come on, Brian.
He was
I heard it.
He was agreeing with the point that I was making.
Hey.
Well, let's see. All things equal.
Speaking of Steve Moore, look at him over there. Looking at the sport mod.
He's serious as heart attack, isn't he?
Look at him. Just the gears are turning. Ideas are being absorbed. Yeah, I know he hears us.
Yeah, we're talking about you, Steve.
Look, he's just checking out the right front suspension. Yeah. But that's the thing with Steve. There's nothing to hide, and I know that you've absorbed. You've been working with Steve at his tables for about 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah. And in that time as a driver, I know I've watched you grow vastly. I mean, just huge improvements. Championship caliber driver now. You've proven that, and I'm thinking that you're again one of the top 2 or 3 cars to really run down for that Super Sport title this year. Is anybody going to disagree with that?
No,
not at all.
I think so.
Can't argue that.
I think he's going to be in the hunt. I wouldn't be surprised if we go into the last night of the last race, and it's
still down to the last lap.
It's down to the last lap, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's between Winkler and Bartley,
or Winkler and Dybel, or anybody. That class is just
you just never know.
You never know. So you said you've been around racing since you were 5 years old. Let's talk about your start in racing. How'd you get involved? I mean, did Dad race?
No, Mom and Dad started taking us to the track. Started going to Cottage Grove. We went to Roseburg, and then started coming to Willamette. Just in the love of it, racing. Trying to go everywhere.
Yeah,
all we can.
Yeah.
We go to Skagit. We just travel all over the Northwest. Just going to racing.
See, it just lives for it, man. This
like
is the
rest
interviews
of us.
I like, because I just want to gets me all pumped up.
Let's see, where's the next race? As a matter of fact, we had a guy leaving here this morning for Fontana.
Yes, we did. Yep.
Our meat sponsor.
Yeah, Roger That Barbecue was. He was that out from Montana. But so I didn't know you were originally from Southern Oregon.
Yeah, grew up down in Southern Oregon to South Roseburg.
And now living up in Newburgh.
Yep, live in Newburgh up here.
Okay.
Work drugged me up here, so up here working.
Yeah. All right. So you make your way down to Willamette, and then I know you've been to Grove the last couple, a couple times over the last couple of years, right?
Yep.
But Willamette, I mean, let's talk about your favorite tracks and why. I know Willamette is it's in your heart.
Willamette, I like it. I mean, it's. I liked it when the pits was in the middle. I mean, it was so cool then.
Yeah.
For a racer and for people in the pits that could see that, even the fans
being
able to watch the cars. But I know that there's the insurance reasons why we got to move it out, but. I love Willamette. It's awesome. It's
just the whole feel there. I truly think that you're at the track that has the premier competition in the Northwest. That's, again, not a knock on any of the tracks around us, but I think that Willamette has got that prestige. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying?
It's a given.
Yeah. I mean, Cottage Grove has got its own right. I think with the sprint cars, it's more of a sprint car track where, the championship there in that division means a whole lot more than it does anywhere else in our area. And then you've got, with Sunset is just the track. You've been to Sunset, and have you ran there?
Yep.
That's a little tiny bull ring, and another track that will test a driver in its own right. It's not the high speed, like Willamette has. And that's not the big, wide, nasty, super speedway dirt tracks in our area, but it's bump and run racing. And Willamette is not like that. And if your driving style is so smooth and so momentum. I think that's why you like Willamette so much, is because it's just really fits your personality and your driving style.
Yeah, I like it. It's big, fast. I like that.
Watching drivers, Brian is a real momentum driver.
Mm-hmm.
You watch this guy through the corners, and I think that's where really you excel through the corners. The car just comes in and sets, and you're just smooth. And coming out, you've got that that
drive off.
I haven't seen anybody as good in a super sport on corner exit as Winkler
in the last couple
time.
of years. He's kind of been it's the way he sets up the entry though.
It is.
Just get in and just sweep through those corners so smooth the way he does and carry the momentum coming out, and that's
it's hard enough running any track, but as long as you're running one track all year, that's one thing. You go throwing in other tracks in the mix, you've got a total different setup. You got gear changes, you got shock changes.
Right.
There's a lot more work to do all those different tracks. Myself, I would prefer to just go to Willamette, and stick there, stick with what you know. You learn every week, and
with that given that car that class, you can't go anywhere else in racing,
right.
Unless they had a special event somewhere. But man, Brian, watching the last couple of years, if I got to put money on a title contender right now, I know Barley's here, I know Winkler. I mean, I know that Dybel's here, but I don't know the way you finished that season last year, man. It's going to be hard to bet against you. It's going to be exciting to watch. So. I'm just pumped about this interview with him. Just look at his face. He's just like, you just see the pump in his face.
Look at him. He can't stop fidgeting. He's so excited. Look at him. He's sitting there. He's like,
he's not a man of many words.
No.
He's not but he does his talking on the track.
Exactly.
And let's what's new with you? What's
nothing? It's basically we just been helping Steve. I mean, it's been balls to the walls trying to get cars in and out for customers. In the meantime, trying to work on our own cars and get them ready for the show. So we've put in a lot of late nights.
Are you ready for next weekend, weather permitting?
No.
No? You're not?
He's not ready.
Well,
why?
Okay.
Why?
Waiting on a motor. No motor in the car.
Okay.
But we should have it hopefully here in the next week.
So
maybe the second practice?
Second practice of the year.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what we're shooting for.
Yeah, I would hope you'd get out there a little bit of practice if you can,
Yeah, we need some practice.
Yeah. Well, everybody does. I mean,
you just got to shake the rust off a couple laps, and you're going to be good to go.
Shake the car down.
Put that loud pedal to the floor and let her fly.
That's how he likes to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So it's going to be exciting to watch this division. If things hold true that we've heard 3 or 4, the class growing by 3 or 4 more cars, guys moving up from the sportsmen's and the street stocks. Yeah. It'll be an interesting division to watch because, man, that thing is exciting. That is exciting. So we're going to wish you the best of luck.
I have one final question.
Go ahead.
What are the odds of me hot lapping that thing?
Probably none.
I'm just kidding. I don't want
he was thinking about saying.
Well, I was going to say at the end of the season, but I might be in the chase for the championship.
Yeah,
it's too pretty now.
It's gorgeous, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Do you have anything for him, Joel?
We've covered it all.
I know.
I'm a man of few words when you guys are over here talking about old nostalgia racing.
He's kind of like, I'm too young for that.
I'm too young for that.
He's 30 and looks like he's 17.
Hey.
I love it. But again, we're going to wish you the best of luck in 2017. And, man, we cannot wait to see that 88 hit the track. That's going to be exciting to watch. And the best of luck. And hopefully we'll be talking to you quite a bit in Victory Lane at Willamette Speedway, buddy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for being here to the show. That's,
yes.
Thanks really, we didn't have any super
part
sports.
of this. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait.
Go ahead.
I said just couldn't wait to come, get to see all the people, talk about racing.
Yeah, it kind of kicks off the season, really.
Get the blood circulating.
Weather permitting, we're on the track next week. So this is kind of like the unofficial start to our Northwest racing season, and it's always a lot of fun. And again, best of luck. Hopefully we'll see you in Victory Lane on multiple races, and
hopefully we picked up a few fans out here that have come to watch as well.
I hope so, because this place has been really, really busy today. This mall has been packed full of people, and
you know what? There's been no shortage of people around that 88 car sitting there looking at it going, man.
It's been surrounded all day long. Yes, sir.
It looks like fun.
Right on. So, Brian, we want to say thanks for joining us here on the show, and I know you listen to us on Wednesday nights and continue to do so, and spread the word, Northwest Dirt News, and we'll talk to you in Victory Lane, buddy, before it's over.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Have a great
Winner's
day.
Circle, not pit lane.
Well,
thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Like you said, a guy of not many words. He's all about just let's get in the car and settle it right now. It's like a heavyweight boxer.
Is that any surprise with Brian Winkler?
No. That's just that's who we've known him to be for the last several years. And
you look at how he moved up from the sportsman's up into the supers. He's always been that way. He puts it on the track. He says, we'll sit here and talk, but when it comes down to business time, we're going to do it on the dirt.
Right, absolutely. And the thing about Brian too is you can look over the last several seasons. How many times have you seen him involved in an incident? We'll call extracurricular activities. Not an emotional driver, Doesn't get,
very even keeled.
right. Doesn't get mad.
He's
Doesn't.
one of the guys I can go talk to after an incident.
After a bad
he'll talk to me.
Right.
Instead of going to Joel's pit and he goes, no, get away, go away.
Yeah,
you
he's
want to
kinda-
live, go away.
Kind of got that old school throwback attitude where you can walk up to Earnhardt and say, "What happened?
Yeah,
we wrecked."
Yep. Bottom line, we wrecked.
That's right. So, but he's a straight shooter, and that's one thing I like about watching drivers like that is he'll go out and give you everything he's got, and he doesn't have to wreck you to beat you.
Right.
Or do something stupid after a race, and which we've seen. How many racers? I mean, we've all seen it, but I can't say that I've seen it with Brian Winkler.
Never.
So it's going to be. I'm excited to see him get on the track this year. It's going to be a cool deal.
It's going to be fun to watch.
And hopefully that car stays as pretty as it is now. If it's up front, it will.
Hey,
Right?
clean air, buddy. It's all about
That's
clean
what it's
air.
all about. Clean air and downforce. And that thing right there will make some downforce. That is one wicked-looking car, and the way it's built, it's all about grabbing air.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So I want to say thanks to you guys listening at home and wherever you're at around the country on Driver Live here from the Northwest Race Car Show in the Heritage Mall in Albany, Oregon. I'm Corey Pimple with Moxie Media Promotions. This is Joel, and that is Warren. And we're excited, man. We're wrapping down. We're kind of the late half of day number 1. We'll be back tomorrow. We got a couple more interviews today, right?
One or two.
1 or 2 more interviews.
Yeah,
and
let's
we'll be back
go
tomorrow.
do some more bench racing before our next interview. And,
Right. We'll be
get
back here.
more
Just
pumped up.
Watch us on Moxie Media and follow us. We'll bring you all the latest racing action here from the Northwest.
With a little humor.
We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Northwest Dirt News is a production of Moxie Media Promotions, brought to you by our title sponsors, Crocker's Cars and Northwest Trucking Academy, in association with Jetstream Aqua Massage, Stumbling J Livestock, Swears Trucking, Tommy's Transmission, Rugged Radios, and you, the race fans. Don't forget, you can reach us 24/7 at nwdirtnews@yahoo.com.